Hello, hello, all my celestial beings. How are you guys doing tonight? Hopefully, you guys are having a wonderful day and a wonderful evening. Today, I know you guys are used to me coming live to do psychic readings every Monday and every Saturday. Today is not about that. So, hopefully, that doesn't make you want to run away. Today, it's about go grab your coffee, if you just woke up, or your water before you go out for a run, or if you're looking to hydrate, or go grab your wine if it's the end of the night and you're just trying to relax. The topic for today is going to be about different practical as well as spiritual ways of looking at, thinking about, and coping with feeling anxious, feeling anxiety, having panic attacks, feeling overwhelmed, stressed out. And the reason I wanted to talk about this subject today and come live with you guys and have this conversation is because, well, this morning I woke up feeling that way. And I had done nothing yet. I literally had opened my eyes and my heart was already beating super fast. And I already had negative thoughts running through my mind. And I had literally just opened my eyes. So, I figured I wanted to share my experience on how I went through that and how I coped through that and how I continued my day in a much better mindset and how you can too. And I want to hear your stories and answer your questions. For you personally, what have you tried already? And perhaps give you some ideas of things that you haven't tried yet that can help you. So if you're here in the live, great. Let's have a conversation about this. If you are watching this as a replay, please do place it in the comments. Any questions that you might have on this subject, and I can either one create another live when I come in and I answer those questions, or I create a video talking on those subjects. So let me take a look at the comments real quick and see who's here and what's going on. All right, so we have, is Taylor still here? If so, hey, honey. Hi, Hannah. Xavier, how are you? Hey, Glory. Destiny, how are you? How was your day, guys? Do you guys, so let's start with asking that question, like how do you guys handle it when you're finding yourself under a lot of stress and where you're finding yourself feeling very anxious? And like, what do you do? And also, I want to hear from you guys. In this month of December, we have so much anxiety being built up right now, the expectations that people have on us. How are we going to come up with the money to do our normal stuff and presents and, getting gifts for everybody, or having to go to family members' houses that we don't really feel comfortable going there, and, we don't feel welcomed. Things like that is all happening right now. And the energy is just like, is having us already being triggered before it even gets there, because it's almost like, since our bodies have memory, it's like we already have that in us. It's like our body remembers how crappy that felt, how chaotic that felt, and we're already starting to respond to it without even having faced it yet. Are you guys noticing that too? You know what's going on. I sure do. Hey, Xavier. So tell me, guys. You guys tell me your story. I want to hear from you guys. Meditate or go run outside. There's a lot, or go to work, get distracted, but it's hard sometimes. It definitely is hard. So, in just a second, I'm going to go ahead and tell you. Well, actually, let me just start now. While you guys tell me, because I want to hear from you guys, what are you doing to help you with anxiety or with stress? How are you coping with it? Tell me in the comments. I want to hear from you. In the meantime, let me tell you what happened to me this morning. Okay, so I just finished telling you guys how I woke up and I was already feeling super anxious. I was already having tons of negative thoughts running through my head, and it was just not going well. And I thought to myself, I can't stay in this space. I just can't stay in this mental space. What do I have to do? Because there's two options you get when you are finding yourself in this kind of crazy space, right? In this negative spiraling, negative talk, focused on all the bad things that are happening. I can't pay my bills. I don't want to meet up with that person. I don't feel well. My back hurts. Everything. Like you start thinking of all the things. We're going to be late to school again. The kids are not listening. There's so many things that start going in your head. And I'm like, I have two options. I can either allow myself to spiral down this negative thoughts, or I can take charge and I can take action. So I decided that I needed to take action. I could not afford to stay in that state of mind. So what I chose to do is I started my morning with a meditation. And this meditation was simply to try to clear away the distractions. Okay. You know, um, any fears or worries that I had, I started like, they're not real. I just started trying to push them away. It's going to be okay. No matter what, it's going to be okay. And I just kept saying that to myself. Then after I did that, and I may be telling you this in the wrong order, to be honest, but these are the things that I did this morning. Then after I did that, I found that it didn't really help. To be honest, I wasn't able to clear my mind. I wasn't able to push those thoughts away. I felt a little more calm as far as my heart rate went, but I didn't feel like those thoughts were gone. I was still like worried and anxious and stressed. And, my boyfriend goes, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "Honestly, I'm not. I'm not okay." So I was like, "Okay, what else can I do?" So then I went outside and I listened to another video. Actually, I'm going to share with you guys. I should have put it in the comment section. Um, Joanna, the name of the channel is called Joanna Maria Official. Joanna Marie Official. And she just put up a video today that I'm going to see if I can find it here real quick for you guys. Let me see if I can find it quick. So I listened to a video of hers that she uploaded today. It says, "And self doubt." And so this was the video. And I watched that video, and she reminded me of all the tools that I have, about having gratitude and all that. And so I started to get a little bit better, mindset. And I was watching this or listening to this while I was outside grounding. I took my shoes off, I went outside, and I was just trying to breathe through it, listen to positive messages. They could have been affirmations, it could have been anything else. But the point is, I went to look for something that had positive messages. So those positive messages start to reprogram my thoughts. And instead of thinking of all the negative thoughts, I start to think about all the positive things. But again, still not enough. Then I started talking to my best friend, Gloria. She's actually here, a beautiful survivor. And something she said to me really hit home. And it made me feel, it like literally from that moment forth, my whole perspective with things changed. And I'm going to go to the message because what she said to me really stood out. And I did get her permission to share this. And she said, "You don't have to feel guilty or think it's wrong to have negative emotions. Our negative emotions sometimes help us to do something creative thinking around what's happening and how we respond to stress. If we didn't have stress, we would not know how to respond when things happen that are not in our plans." And she ended that with saying, "It's okay to feel the way you're feeling. It's okay to feel the way I'm feeling. So instead of continuing to try to push away and say, no, 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 I can't have it, I can't have it, I can't have it, I instead said, it's okay for me to feel the way I feel right now. I have reason to feel the way I feel right now. And I was like, you know what? She's right. She's absolutely right. And I'm going to stop this and I'm going to start continuing to focus on my gratitude. And that is where I really stayed. The rest of the day, anytime a negative thought tried to creep in, I would remind myself of something else I was grateful for. I'm grateful I'm alive. I'm grateful that I have this car. I'm grateful that I am able to go to work today. I am grateful that I have food in the house. I am grateful that my daughter's sitting next to me and that she's so beautiful and I love her. I am grateful that we actually made it out of the house on time. And I just kept on and I kept on. And no matter what thought came into my mind, I said it was okay for me to feel that way. It's okay because there is reason for me to feel that way. So I gave myself permission to just be. I gave myself permission to say, it's not a bad thing. I don't have to punish myself through this. And instead, by allowing myself by giving myself that permission, I was able to shift my mindset and be truly able to focus genuinely on the positive things and have that gratitude for the things that I have in my life. Even if it's small things, like I could say, you know, I have a roof over my head. Many people don't. I could be freezing outside. I could be homeless, but I have a roof over my head. I could be hungry, but I have food in my house. I can see, I can breathe, I can walk. Those are privileges, and I need to be grateful for them. And it may seem out there to be grateful for something like that. But if you really take a moment to appreciate the fact that, oh, I can see, well, it's not just that you can see, is that look at all the things that you get to experience because you can see. Look at all the hardship you don't have to go through because you have a roof over your head, even if you didn't pay your rent that month. Things can be worse. They could. So it's best for us to embark in a journey of positivity, embark in a journey of life is great, because no matter how bad we think we have it, things could be worse. Now, of course, we're not looking, this is not referring to like situations like domestic violence. This is not talking about situations where it's obviously toxic. I'm talking about the average person on an average day to day, life to life, and how we can cope with these things. So, this is what happened to me this morning. This is what drew me to want to have this conversation with you guys. And this is how I cope. This is what I did this morning. So I want to hear about your stories because I want to be able to share other ideas on how you can cope and how whether they're spiritual or practical, to help you get through these holiday seasons, having to be around family members that you don't necessarily want to be around, having to figure out how you're going to manage your stress in the midst of trying to please everybody and take care of whether it's the financial for the home and the financial for the presents, because a lot of people don't have money to buy kids gifts, and there are other people that do, and then that makes our kids that don't get that feel like, hey, why did Santa bring them this but he didn't bring me this, you know? So there's all that, there's a lot of pressure going on at this moment. So let me look at some of the comments real quick and then I'll get back to talking more about this. Oh, Crystal. Hey, honey. No, you're not late. Well, just a little, just a little. I plan to be here for about an hour, or depending on how the conversation goes, a little less, a little more. But you're not technically late. I thought I saw live scream. Oh my God. Yes, I'm gonna come here and go, ah. That's hilarious. Oh, that's funny. Cherry says, I'm grateful for you. You're amazing. I have a big heart and help so many. I hope I can help people. Hey, Brittany. Actually, thank you, Brittany, for showing up. Brittany goes live quite often on Facebook, and she talks on these kind of subjects quite often. And she's really, really good at talking on these subjects. One of the things, actually, now that she's on, that it just reminded me because she's on. One of the things that you guys, when you're finding yourself feeling extra anxious, and you're like, okay, I just got up, or I've been going through all day, everything's been fine. Why out of nowhere do I'm starting to feel this anxiety coming up? I'm starting to feel stressed. I want you to consider that perhaps you're not hydrated enough. I want you to consider that perhaps your nutritional level is not where it needs to be. It doesn't mean that you didn't eat. You might have eaten. You might have eaten a full meal, but it might not have been what your body needed. Like, I can sit there as an example and I can eat, say, a bowl of pasta, right, with some tofu and, some vegetables. And I can still feel lethargic because I didn't have my healthy fats. So you have to learn to listen to your body. Figure out, what is your body telling you? Is it saying it needs rest? It's a saying, if it's saying it needs rest, rest. Don't push yourself, because by pushing yourself, you're just pushing yourself closer and closer to where you're just like, I quit. I give up. It's just too much to handle. If you're feeling like you're feeling lethargic, really take into consideration your nutrition. What you're putting in your body is equally as important as what you're putting in your mind. So take that into consideration. Now you're hungry. What do you want to eat? Tell me. What do you want to? I'm actually, when I get off, I'm gonna have myself some tilapia and some green beans and my coffee here right now. I know you're thinking like, oh my God, coffee at this time. I actually don't get like super crazy with coffee. But it has my MCT oil in it, which is my healthy fats. And since I don't have avocado, this is a good, very, very good replacement for your healthy fats. Kay says, what's the best symbol of protection and peace that's best for the home door? I have a pentagram for spirit and the elements for my home, but was looking for suggestions. The best symbol of protection and peace. I really feel that that's something that it's kind of like a sigil. It's something that has to resonate with you. Like when I do house cleansings in my home, I always use the ashes of the sage to create a star, and I doesn't always have to be a pentagram, but the star, I just feel protected. So when you are doing that, when you're looking for something different, start drawing it. So say it's a heart, right? As an example, right? Draw the heart and just keep doing the heart and keep doing the hearts. Like, and this is what I mean. I'm going to put this aside so you can see what I'm talking about. Okay, let me go over here. I'm going to put this down so you can see, right? And so I would just do the heart and I just continue. I don't make many hearts. I just continue doing the heart. And as I do this motion, the energy will continue to build up. That energy that builds up as you are doing that and you're just setting your intentions. Okay, what am I going to get? What information am I getting get from this, right? And you're just open to that information. You might find that, okay, that symbol makes you feel protected. That symbol might make you feel peaceful. That symbol might make you feel like, okay, I don't like this symbol, this makes me feel uncomfortable. So I would just look through the internet. See if you see something that draws your attention first, and then do that practice. That practice is what I do to see if I resonate with a symbol. Or the other way you can do it is you can literally just put your pen on paper, close your eyes, take a couple deep breaths, and then allow yourself to just doodle. Doodle with your eyes closed, just doodle whatever comes through. And then when you look at it, once your eyes are open, see what stood out to you. And perhaps that will be the one you use for either peace or for protection. For me, definitely a pentagram, because for me a pentagram is my church, it's my home, it's a representative of like life itself, all the elements and spirit. So for me that, but when I'm doing the saging around the house and cleansing the house, I do just a star because it's simple and I'm able to get through. I do it on all doors. So that's something I do. I don't know if anybody else. What are other ideas? What do you guys do? Let me see. I'm going to eat money so I can put it in my mind. No, no, sir, no, sir. Nada de eso. ¿Qué vas a hacer? ¿Cómo vas a comerte el dinero? Oh, you know how? You can buy those chocolate coins. There you go. There you go. You buy like the little chocolate coins that come in like piñatas and stuff. And I said they're chicle, like gum. You can do those, and that would be you eating your money. Oh, Xavier, you're too funny. I want to get some swords around my place for that. Oh, you know what? Swords? That sounds cool. Huh. Crystal says, how can I stop getting so overwhelmed by others' reactions to what I say? I mentioned something to my boyfriend and may not mean anything negative by it, but he perceives my tone as being that way. Okay, let me go up for a second, but I'm going to address that. All right, let's see. Grounding, centering, my thought process, breathing techniques help my anxiety. Breathing techniques are so good. So good. I actually have a video that I highly recommend of one of the videos that I made. It's about breath work and anxiety, like how to stop a panic attack while it's happening. Again, I should have linked that. You know what? I'll put all those links later. Or maybe I can now. Let me see if I can do that now. But those um that video in particularly has been very, very helpful to many people. I have actually sent it to a few of you in the past already, and it is something that I'm going to mute this for a second. Okay, so okay, let me see. um okay, guys, give me a second. I'm going to come in here and I'm going to get that link for you guys. But this is the exact breathing technique that I use when I'm having a panic attack, when I'm having an anxiety attack. So it's not when I'm being anxious, when I'm feeling worried or stressed. No, this is when I'm full on having an anxiety attack. This is the exact technique I use. Okay, I copied it, I'm pasting it. You guys can copy it and save it somewhere in your word pad, save it on your phone, send it to yourself, and then you guys can watch it later. That's really, really good. And so I explain it, and then like pretty much I it's like a guided meditation basically. And the way it consists of is like you start with shallow breaths, because obviously, as you guys know, when we're having a panic attack, we can't take deep breaths. It's really hard. So we start with like small breath, and then we go, and then bigger, and we get bigger and bigger, bigger breath until we get, we pull it together. Um, so that's something that's definitely helpful. Let me see what else we have here that I want to address before I move on and answer your question. Crystal says, my best friend's husband robbed all my money, so I have to wait for her to slowly be able to pay me back, which means I can't get Christmas for people or honestly anything at all. And I'm sure that that's very well. One, you feel betrayed. Two, very disappointing. And I know that it wasn't your best friend's fault, but nevertheless, you trusted, and now you're the one in the situation having to figure it out. And so, of course, that's going to cause all kinds of negative emotions. Not necessarily saying that you blame her or that, but it's still, nevertheless, a horrible situation to be in because all your money is literally like putting you in the toughest situation you can possibly be in. It's like, okay, I was just talking about being grateful. What can we be grateful about in that situation? That she's still planning on paying you, that your rent was able to be paid, that you'll still be able to have something to eat, that you still have me, that you still have this tribe. You know, there's still things that we can, like, we really can reach out and try to find things to redirect our mindset. Um, and I'll tell you more personally when we talk offline, but definitely it can help. Brittany says, "Oh, thank you." Xavier was talking about being hungry. Let's see. Okay, so now I'm gonna get to Crystal's question. How can I get to? How can I stop getting so overwhelmed by others' reactions to what I say? And I mentioned something to my boyfriend, and may not mean anything negative by it, but perceives my tone as being that way. I've gone through this so much. And so I'm going to give you two perspectives. Okay. I'm going to answer your question, which was, how do you not like get triggered so much by people's reaction? So I'll start with that, but then I'm also going to give you the other perspective, which is the truth for me, what's happened with me. And actually, I'll tell you that part first. I'll tell you that part first. And if it resonates with you, great. And if it doesn't, just throw it out the window. But this is what's truth for me. I say all the time, I don't have an attitude. I'm not mad. I don't know what you're talking about. And my boyfriend's like, it's in the tone of your voice when you're talking to them. Because, like, when I'm talking to, like, the insurance company, or I'm talking to the Spectrum, the internet company, or I'm talking to people on the phone, I, I become very, I guess, direct. And I don't think that I'm being, or maybe sometimes I am, but I don't think that I'm being rude. I don't mean to be rude, but I'm not hearing myself. I'm just speaking. So sometimes people that are around us can see things that we can't. So sometimes we have to go, well, as in my case, it's like I had to apologize. It's like that wasn't my intentions. I wasn't trying to. I'm not even angry. I'm not upset. But apparently, I kept coming out with this tonality, and not just the tonality, but what happens with me is when something confuses me, I respond with a, like, the tone in my voice is very much so, like, what? Like, and that is taken as attitude, but I don't mean it as attitude. So what that is showing me, this actually just happened this week. So it's like ideal timing to be talking about this, I guess, because this was just happening this week, right? So when this was happening, you know, I have to, I guess, come face to face with myself, and I need to go, okay, well, perhaps I'm just not seeing myself as I'm really am coming off. If I was looking at myself from the camera and I was watching myself, would I still think that I wasn't giving attitude, or was I? So then I try to, instead of get defensive, I would try to see how I can improve, become more aware of how I'm carrying myself, to try to work on it. That doesn't mean I'm going to get it perfect the next time, but it means I'm trying to become aware of the way people perceive the way I speak. and how that impacts how they feel. And if I care about how they feel, then I'm trying to work on it. I'm trying to make sure that I'm not speaking in a way that is going to make that person feel disrespected. On the other hand, same situation, different results altogether. My mom. My mom and I have a relationship. I don't even know how to put it. My mom. Okay. So I love my mom and all that jazz. Um, but the truth is, like, my mom has this relationship with me that she refuses to be my friend, right? So it doesn't matter that I'm nearly 40. For her, I'm a child. So she's going to speak to me like a child. And, and so I become rebellious, like all of us children, and I talk back and I do give attitude. Well, I have been reminding myself regularly every day that I need to not do that because she's here this second. I don't even know if she's going to be here tonight. And I need to appreciate every moment that I have with her. And I know us parents, we can be annoying. Our parents can be annoying. But at the end of the day, I just keep reminding myself no matter how annoying she is to me, no matter how annoying I am to my kids, is this really how I want our last experience together to be like? And so I look at that and I correct my behavior. And I've been correcting my behavior more and more and more. And I have been getting better. And I haven't been giving as much attitude. And I have been watching my tone. And I have been more patience, a lot more patience, a lot more patience. My mom repeats herself a lot. Like she'll say the same exact sentence 6 times. And she will ask me the same thing and I'm like, I just told you. And it's like, no, you didn't. Anyway, so we go through that. But I'm working on it. Hey, I'm human too, okay, guys? I'm not no guru here. I'm just another person who works on working on herself consistently, consistently ask the questions, how can I better myself? How can I change how I do things? How can I approach life better? How can I heal this trauma? How can I heal my childhood trauma? How can I work through this anxiety? I'm constantly asking myself these questions. And as I ask myself these questions, I seek for answers everywhere. And then I see what resonates with me. I try the different methods and I see what works for me. So then I come to you and I share my experience and I share all the things that I've learned. And this is years of experience. This is not like I just started this journey like the last year or 2 years. It's been ongoing. I've been seeing a psychologist since I was 5, ongoing self discovery, self searching. And I don't really believe that that ever really truly ends. We're always looking to learn more about ourselves and discover about ourselves and becoming a better version of who we are by healing our trauma, by healing the things that we're going through, by working on our negative habits, our negative thinkings, and so on. So in that case, I have seen that my mom will act like I gave her attitude. Now she does that. Like she'll act like I gave her attitude, and I did not at all. And I know I did not. But she responds that way because she's so accustomed. And this is what I was going to with you. It is possible that your boyfriend is so accustomed to hearing you give a tone of attitude in the past that he automatically expects it now. So when you speak, he automatically hears that tone and automatically responds with that negative reaction because he's already ready to protect himself from that, right? He's already on defense mode. So it is possible that one, it could be you that needs to check that, or two, it could just be that the person that we are associating with are not accustomed to the change that we have made. So if it's the number two, then we just need to give them time to see that we are no longer that person. And if it is the number one, then we just need to continue doing the work every chance we get so that we can become a greater version of ourselves. Every day, if you do one thing, 1% of progress is still progress. So in 100 days, which is less than like a quarter of the year, that's 100% progress. You know what I mean? So it's keep moving. And it's okay to not be okay, as my friend said, as Gloria said. It's okay to not be okay. It's okay to give ourselves permission to be human. It's okay to give ourselves permission to feel however we feel, go through that. But then we need to take action, pick it back up, figure out what are the things we're going to do. And by having a toolbox full of things that we can do, it prepares us to be able to, when they happen, okay, what am I going to do? Like this morning, okay, what am I going to do? Okay, I'm going to go outside, I'm going to do some grounding. Okay, I'm going to listen to something positive. Okay, I'm going to focus on gratitude. You see what I'm saying? So you have your toolbox ready for when that goes to happen. So to answer the quick question, how can I stop getting so overwhelmed by others' reactions? The simple, quick answer to that is to stop and breathe. You're not going to stop yourself from feeling it, but you can stop yourself from reacting to it. So when you feel it, you start with the deep breathing, and then you start with the positive talk. You remind yourself that either one, you're working on it, it's okay, it's going to be better, it's going to be better. Or two, you're going to think to yourself, I'm just going to be patient. They're going to see that I am no longer that person. So you work through it. Okay. But the quick, simple answer to that question is deep breathing. And don't give up on yourself, guys. Don't give up on yourself, because the truth of the matter is that when we are in this trauma healing process of anxiety, of stress, of life, of whatever, everything, it is honestly messy. It's 3 steps forward and 2 steps back, and 3 steps forward and 4 steps back, and 5 steps forward and 1 step back. And little by little, we get better and better and better. But if we quit on ourselves, then what then? A lot of people, that's what happens. They quit too soon. They quit too soon on themselves. And if you quit on yourself, you're doing yourself a disservice. Let me see. Let me look at the comments. I'm once again with the itchy nose. My hair's a mess. Oh, who cares? All right, let's see what else, guys. It's for the outside door. I use charcoal and added it outside my door along with the elements outside. You know what I do for the outside? There's two things I do for the outside. For the outside, I sprinkle salt, like a thin line of salt, so people don't even see it. If I'm gonna have people coming to the house right by the front door, but inside the door, I put kyanite. Like actually, I'll show you. I have it here. Okay, so I use this kyanite right by my front door when I'm gonna have people come over, and like I don't know them. This is the first time they're coming. Um, because I do work from home. People come to my house all the time, so I do that to help absorb and absorb those energies and protect my home from that. And then if I'm not dealing with spirits, if I'm dealing with spirits, then don't do this. But if you're not dealing with spirits, then you can put mirrors facing out. So it's almost like it is reflecting back any intentions of harm towards your house. So say like, for example, robberies or things like that. It's almost like they don't even see your house. They just see a reflection of themselves. So that's something else I do. Um, where are we now? Um, I'm going to read some of these comments, guys. Let's see. Very true. It's a pentagram outside the door. I have because of the elements also do square to seal off with sage in the rooms. I used to have 3 of them, but let my swords on my left my swords at my mom's place, and she dropped them so they broke. But used to have those. Damn, that sucks. They got broken. Soma breathe, Soma breath. Okay, Soma breath. That's a type of breathing technique. Hey Tiffany. Hey Miriam. Thank you. They're selenite. Are you surprised? They're selenite. I have them in blue, aqua, and pink. Me and my selenite. I'm always around it. No doubt. Hey, beautiful. Hey, Em. How are you? Oh, thank you. It says I like the top. I don't like the bottom. The top says goddess, as you see, and the bottom says a woman who is adored, adored, especially for her beauty. Yeah, so for a woman to be adored for by her beauty, I don't like that statement. If it was up to me, it would not say that at all. A goddess doesn't have to be one beautiful and two adored because of you're pretty. Like, what kind of crap is that? Like, I don't know who came up with that part, but nah. Maybe one day I'll create my own. Actually, I plan to. I love that you're newish, maybe newly arranged setup. By the way, I haven't told you. Oh, thank you. How can I move the stagnant energy? Like I tried dance, it's in my ovaries. I'm not sexual person, but I wish I was more confident there. Okay, so there is a type of dance um, for root chakra that you can do, and if you give me permission, I'll put some music on and I'll show you a little bit of what it would look like for you to do it. All right, let's see. Let me look at this thingy. Guys, I know I briefly mentioned it, but if you're not following Joanna Marie Official, you really should. Like, I'm always telling you guys if I have like a YouTube channel that I really love, and she doesn't even come on the lives, like she comes later. So I'm not even doing this because she's coming to my live or anything. I'm doing this because honestly I watch her videos, and like I don't know how she hasn't blown up. Like her videos are so insightful, and she gives you like the scientific background, the like the studies that have been done on the subjects. She's really good, like really good. I would look her up. Joanna Maria Official is her channel. And as you guys know, I don't ever do this stuff because I'm going to get something out of it. I just do it because I like to share with you guys all the goodies that I encounter. Let me see. Mm, Here we go. Here's one that I can use. Um, what happened? There's people asking what? To say it out loud. I hear there's people asking something, but I don't know what. Um, okay. In the meantime, I'm just going to put the music. And so to do, let me put this on the side. Okay. So, okay. So the kind of movements you want to do is you want to do like bend your knees, bend your knees. If you want to get up and do it with me, do it with me. So you're gonna want to bend your knees, and you want to do movements with your knees bent, and then you want to focus your hands on moving the energy around in the root chakra. So you want your hands to be low, right? And you can move in one direction, you can move the other, and you just want to move with the music. Make sure you're doing a lot of hip rolls, forward, back. You just want to make sure that the movement is focused on the hips, that your knees are bent, and your arms are lower. Okay? And then a lot of rolls, body rolls. That helps a lot too. You can do that when you're sitting. You can do that standing. You can do that with your knees bent. Um, Another way, I'm not gonna do it because you can't see me. It looks really weird, but you get on floor like a doggy, right? And then you swerve your spine, swerve your spine. You're moving that energy along your spine. Healing, Corey, heal. Oh, so we got some new people here, huh? So I hope you got it. I hope a few of you got moving. Get that energy flowing through your body. If you're trying to wake up that sexual energy in you, that's and music like this is perfect. Close your eyes, just flow with it, move with it, and focus your hands. The intention in your hands is like visualize the energy there and like you're moving it. So when you're moving your hands, I want you to move them like you're moving intentionally that energy. You're waking it up. Okay? So that actually I also have a video on that kind of stuff because I was trying to do a class in person teaching how to wake up the different chakras and balance them through movement of dance. Let's see. My pleasure, Troy. I'm loving being here. I heard that we have some new people, so I want to say hi. Hey, Corey, is this healthy if I'm a man? Okay, let me see. What did you have to say? What did I miss? Corey, how can I get spirits? How can I get spirits out so I can do stuff? What kind of stuff would you like to do, and what kind of spirits are you trying to get out, and from where? Let me know that so I can answer that for you, Corey. Let me see. Just responding to what she's saying, the relationship between my mother and I is very similar to what BB is saying. Oh, that's such a deep trigger. I relate. Oh, okay. That, yes, it can be. To learn to have patience with someone you're so used to, like lecturing you your whole life and always putting you like you just don't know any better, no matter how old you get, no matter what you've done in life, you just don't know any better because you're the child. Yeah, it's very triggering. Let's see. People need to be aware of how I perceive them. Just had some old man almost break his neck staring at me. I can't stand that. Girl, that means you're looking mighty fly. Instead of thinking, oh my God, that's gross, instead go, I'm looking good. I'm looking mighty fly. It's all about perspective. Do we have a puppy in here? Is this what's happening? Oh, okay, okay. I'll grab him. He's right here next to me. Mommy. Okay, guys. See the baby. Okay, it's too early. You gotta go. Yeah, you can come after bedtime, okay? At bedtime. Go. All right. Daddy's gonna get you. You guys know my babies. They always have to come and say hi to mommy. They love their mommy. Because I don't lecture them. I'm just joking. I'm just joking. That's not why they love their mommy, okay? They get their naughty spankings too if they don't behave. Um, yes. So change that perspective. My cousin is stunning. Like stunning. She looks like some kind of supermodel. And she's always hated that. And because in Miami, she would get catcalled all the time. And she's like, oh, and I was like, girl, you look good. Just, you don't have to pay it any attention. You don't have to, just ignore it. Ignore it. I don't, like, if it ever does happen, rarely does it, but if it ever does happen to me, I don't pay it any mind at all. Like, it doesn't even, like, it never happened as far as the person goes. But in my ahead. I go, I must look good in my PJs because I normally go out in my PJs. So, you know, it's all about perspective. So that's funny. Just don't talk to them so they don't take it farther. Let's see. My mom yells a lot. She yells when she's happy and she yells when she's sad. That's a Hispanic thing. Okay? We just yell. Like my son's like, I said, Mom, why are you yelling? I'm like, I'm not yelling. Okay? I'm not yelling. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm just happy. Okay? I'm excited. I'm passionate. That's it. I'm just passionate. Okay. I'm done with that moment. She yells, just embarrassing her personality and bits of it that annoy me has helped me communicate with her. Just embracing her personality. Okay. Yeah, sometimes we just got to understand, you know what, people are going to be the way they are. But you've done a really good job at this, Glory. Boundaries. Okay, just because we accept people for who they are does not mean that we need to accept for them to treat us in ways that we do not like and we do not feel respected. Boundaries still need to be there. We are still human beings. We still have feelings, and those boundaries have to be there. If we don't set those boundaries, if we can't respect ourselves, how is anyone else going to respect us? Right? So boundaries is really, really important. And Gloria, you've done a great job at setting those boundaries. When you find that she's crossing, you know what? I don't got time for this. Stepping out. Um, your mom does that too. What if your higher self is trying to tell you to embrace chas what? Trying to tell you to embrace the chastity? Like am I thinking of what I like is that correct? Or do I not know what that means? Let me know if it is what I think it is. Sending you so much love, BB. It's great to see you in the mode in the mood. Guys, I can't read tonight. I need to get an early night, but I love you bits. Have a great night, honey, and everyone. Hey guys, I'm gonna put a little poll here for Wednesdays. Wednesday when? Okay. Simple. Let me know if you guys want me to do more of these, okay? All right. Let's see what else we have here. I'm not sure. Closest, closest. It says here, I'm not sure it's that. I think it's a block down there. Well, look, if it's a block, if it's an energetic block, that type of dancing is going to help unblock it. That kind of movement is going to help unblock it. If it's an energetic block, that's definitely going to help. Do I believe in the Loch Ness, like the Loch Ness monster? I'm not sure what you mean with that question. It is very hard to do deep inner work when you are busy getting your recon. There are many benefits to not having orgasms or engaging sexually. Actually, you know what? I actually have liked to use um, when if you have a partner, sex magic is actually making sure. Okay, we don't have kids here. Okay, it's actually something that you actually can create something that you guys both want by using that energy together. So I definitely see the benefit of, you know, withholding, but I definitely see the benefit of using orgasm for creation, for manifestation. Like I know I personally, I've definitely used it a lot in my past and like throughout my lifetime. I've used that to create things in my relationship, to create things in my own life. Um, yeah. power of orgasm is actually quite strong. I would use that. Um, Crystal says, I'm driving back from my home I had with my boyfriend now to the place I am staying temporarily. And every day I make this drive, it hurts. Hope to be back home soon though. As I keep telling you, Crystal, as long as you continue to do the inner work and continue to focus on your healing, regardless of what's going on in your outer world, everything will fall in place. The people that are meant to be there will be there. The people that are not meant to be there won't be there. And at the end of the day, when you feel healthier, uh, mentally and emotionally, you will find yourself in a place where you won't feel sad for losing things that you thought mattered to you before, but they don't matter to you now. And I'm not talking about your boyfriend, I'm talking about in general. So everything that you're going on, just keep staying like a horse. Just focus. My healing is the most important thing in my life. My healing is the most important thing in my life. As long as you continue to focus on that, you will, I promise you, things will turn for the better for you. And you will be home soon before you know it. How can I? Okay, let me see if they answered my question. Um, Corey, um, let's see. Graveyard shift, so it could start around 9 a.m. So like spirits things. I thought you mentioned you had to worry about that stuff. I'm a little confused. I feel like I'm missing information. I'm just okay. Okay. I am missing information. Let me go back. Um, Actually, Corey, is it like an estrogen thing? Is it a good, healthy for a man too? Yes, it is. Actually, there is such a thing. Look it up. I'm not gonna get into it too much, but there is such a thing as withholding orgasm for a man as well, and having amazing benefits. So I would look it up. Kundalini meditations, yes, absolutely. For the Kundalini meditations, is that body wave that helps a lot. Emma says, saying, Hey Miriam, I hurt my foot when I was moving my stagnant energy. I'm sorry. Kiss the boo boo and keep going, baby. Kiss the boo boo and keep going. I'm just worried about like bad spirits. Not really spirits, more demons, I guess. Okay. Um, all right. Uh Lee or Flea, if you said that you were concerned, wait. Okay, no, it's not him. Okay. Corey is the one who's concerned about the spirits. I'm reading your comments. What you do, K, get banned. He was a poet. What this is an orgasm thing. What? What? Wait. This is an orgasm thing. Okay. I've been trying to withhold like how to go about this, but okay, so I just want to use like the right terms. Um, but I don't really have the right terms. Tiffany, if you have the right terms to express this in a um would be, otherwise I'm just gonna like say it in a very not appropriate way. Um yeah. But basically the bottom line is if you withhold orgasming, whether it's by yourself or with a partner, if you withhold from doing that, there are tons of benefits that you can gain from that. Okay, I'm gonna touch on the subject with that you've been asking about with spirits because I'm confused with everything that's going on. So I'm just going to touch on that. So, banning spirits, the banning of spirits, negative spirits, I have always found that it is most powerful when it comes from you versus finding somebody else. When I go to someone's house to banish a negative entity from the house, whether a demon, spirit, so on, right? What I do is I do it, but I also teach and have the person who lives there do it with me. Why? Because you are the one who's going to stay in that home. I'm going to leave. So I'm the threat, right? I'm the one kicking them out. I leave. They're free to come back whenever they feel like it's a safe place to come back again. Um, but if you kick them out, and how do you kick them out? The power in your voice. So you don't go, hey guys, it's time for you to go. No, it's more of like, hey, get out now. You're not welcome. I banish you out. You open windows, you sage out towards the windows so that you're moving that energy that direction. Once you're done, you close those windows, you border the lines. If we're talking about an actual situation. Okay. You can use holy water. You create holy water by using salt and praying over it. You don't need to go to a church or anything like that. You don't need a preacher. You need your intentions. You need your power. You're the one who has the power. You're the one who has the control. Okay. You're the one who can banish them. So I can actually go into a full subject. Actually, I did create a full subject on that. That's another video I did. It's called cleanse house cleansing. I don't remember, but that one's not as important, so I'm not going to go look for it now. But it is in my playlist. If and there's a playlist specifically for that, so it's easy to find if you want to go look at that. As far as, let me see, what else did you want to know about that? Let me see. Oh, one more thing I wanted to mention on that is that um, I want you to think of fear, depression, negative, lower vibrational energies, jealousy, um, those kind of energies, those kind of vibrations, they think of them as food, and think of demons as like what they eat is this is their food, right? If you're talking about negative spirits, what do they feed off? What is going to make them want to stay in that place? Negative energies, because that's what they feed off. So things that I've seen other people do. I have a client who plays the Quran. He has, I guess, on an app, he plays like, he puts it on and like it reads the Bible, the Quran, um, on there. Of course, reading different phrases from different Bibles. Um, I've seen, I play hertz. I like to play specific hertz. Like one of my favorite hertz to play is 528 hertz. So that changes that vibration. They cannot, so because they are vibrating here and positive thoughts are vibrating here, if there's a spirit in your house, they have to be at that vibration to be able to stick around. If your vibration is here and theirs is here, they will not stick around. They will end up leaving because it just doesn't match. It's not a place where they feel they can make a home out of. So fill your house with positive energies, positive thoughts, positive words, things that make you smile, things that make you feel good, things like that. Let's see. Corey says, Tiffany, does that help with potential harmful spirits or demons? No, no, no. That's two totally different things, Corey. What we were talking about is more for the awakening and enlightenment and spiritual development and trauma healing. That's what we're talking about, not for spirits. You keep playing the Bee Gees, but it's not helping. Try different hertz, like 528, like 963. Do you know what hertz is, Corey? Samba says, you're the power. Keep being creative with your power. Do not give your power to others. Why was I banned? Okay, you were banned. If you were banned, how are you here? I don't know. How are you banned? Um, I think Corey is trolling us. I asked about my hamster. Okay, maybe you got banned, and I don't know. I don't know what's going on. The only way to miss someone is to disconnect from them. I'm always here. I'm always with you. I love you. I always loved you, and I will always love you. Yeah, it's called the No Fap movement. People can look it up on YouTube. Yeah, I'd rather people look it up than me talk about it. Because sometimes my daughter gets on my YouTube, so I want to keep my YouTube as curated as possible, as often as possible. You speak to him power, and he will get up and be strong, not lazy. Not everyone had those kind of energies to use. Okay, hold on, hold on. Let me go back so I can know what you guys are talking about. You saw some black dogs when I don't usually see them. Is it a sign of Hecate? You know what I've noticed when it comes to gods and goddesses? They give different people different signs. So I haven't seen dogs be a sign for Hecate, but it doesn't mean it can't be. I've seen crows be a sign for Hecate. So, but don't discount it because that just might be the way that she connects with you. She communicates with you. Um, yes, I am Cuban Colombian and I was born in Miami. And that's where my sass comes from sometimes. Can you expel some energy from my lazy son's ass? I mean, he's 31, lives in my house, and won't do anything for himself. I can't, but you can. I mean, like, I mean, I wouldn't say expel, but like, I don't know, encourage him. I'm sure you already tried all that. He's 31, lives in your house, and won't do anything for himself. I have an opinion on that. And you may or may not like me after my opinion, but I'm going to be honest with you, and that's all I could ever offer you guys: my honesty and my realness. You, if you like it, you subscribe to the vibe, to the tribe, and if you don't, well then it ain't your thing. It's okay. But I'm always going to be honest with you. So to answer your question, personal experience, and just my personal experience. I'm just one person. When sometimes parents they love their children so much that they excuse other actions and they protect them from failure. And when parents we protect our children from failure, we do them a disservice. What we actually end up doing by protecting them from failure is causing them to become failures. I know somebody particularly, no names mentioned because it's someone in my personal life, but if his family would quit taking care of him, he will find no other way but to have to hit rock bottom and force himself to pick himself back up. He will have to figure out how to pay his own bills. He will have to figure out how to keep a job. Like, it's not cool if you're 35 and I'm not saying this person's 35, I'm throwing a number, but they're in their 30s. If you're 35 and your parents still have to wake you up to go to work, yeah, no, no. As a parent, let them hit rock bottom. Like, I love my kids, I do, but I'm not going to protect them from the life consequences that come from their bad decisions. Because when you're trying to protect them, you're really hurting them. Personal opinion based on my personal things in my life, what I've seen, what I've experienced. So take it or leave it. I don't know. Anybody else has an opinion on the matter? By all means, you're welcome to give it or not. But that's how I feel. I feel that sometimes when we love someone so much that we want to protect them so much, we actually do a disservice by doing so. So, how to get them moving? Kick them out. Make them figure it out on their own. All right. And that's some tough love. Tough love doesn't mean I don't love you. It's just some tough love. Let's see. So hopefully you still want to hang out, you still want to stay, and you still love me. But if you don't, then I understand. It says if your son's lazy, we take his energy, he will lay around even more. I guess you're right, huh? It was like absent, abstinent, abstinence for religious reasons, and it only made me more frustrated, to be honest. Oh, really? I think for me, I would feel. I don't know. Maybe I would feel the same way. I don't know. I don't know. I haven't tried it. I haven't tried the no fapping thing. I haven't tried it. I rather use the energy the other way around. Not everyone had those kind of energies to use, but I think it does build up willpower quite a bit. Hey, so does taking cold showers, okay? Actually, I can tell you guys about my experience. I did cold showers every single day for like 3 months, and um, it was wonderful, super wonderful. And then I hit the 3 month mark, and I started getting hot flashes. Like it literally changed my internal temperature to a way where I was like, am I going through menopause here? What's going on? I was like, what is up with this? Because yeah, it was weird. So I stopped and I've started again, but I never do it 3 months straight. I do it a week, a month, but that's it. But I haven't done it lately. Let me see. Thanks so much. What can I do? Oh, who? Who? Well, I don't know. You need to tell me. You're managing it. Okay. All right. So, all right. So I'm gonna take a tiny, tiny break here while something in this thing gets fixed. Give me a second. Where's my selenite? There's selenite. I'm gonna put it next to my nose. I can be selenite, the red nose reindeer. Selenite, the white nose reindeer. Get my nose. See if that energy chills out. Um, Cold showers. I'll try to lose weight. I'll try it to lose weight. I hear you can lose weight with it. I didn't do it for that purpose, so I didn't pay attention to that. But you know what did help me lose weight? Intermediate fasting. And that is probably the best thing I ever did for my health, for my body, for my energy. Intermediate fasting was just mind blowing how I could go 21 hours without eating and feel full, feel energetic, feel like at my best. Hey, Shay. This is a bunch of hooey. I don't even know what that is. It sounds funny though. I did that. I lost 110. Wow, really? You had to. Oh, you mean the intermediate fasting? Because I can't imagine you lost 110 pounds from like doing cold showers, fasting, and alkaline diet. Okay, okay, that makes more sense. Okay, so I believe Corey got let me see if he has not. Okay, there you go. So apparently Corey is not being a good boy, so he is been removed. We just have a bunch of trolls tonight. Could be one person on several accounts. Possible. If we do, we can just block them. If you guys just say, "Hey, so and so is causing an issue. I'm trying to leave, but you have five trolls." Okay, so what? Who are the five trolls? So we can Okay, guys. If the trolls come back, let me know, and I will block them. And that's it. That's simple. No big deal. We're trying to. You guys let me know who are the ones that are doing that, and I will block them. Okay, Kay? Just say, hey, it's this person, or hey, it's that person. I trust you, Kay. I speak my truth. Miriam, I trust you guys. Give me about another 15, 20. Okay, guys. So I'm gonna be live for just like another 15, 20 minutes. Um, and we've gone super off subject, but we have touched on a lot of things. So um that's what I hear. And if they come back, we'll we'll remove them again. But we will be like only about 15, 20 minutes more, guys. So now is your chance. All right, let me see here. Okay, okay. Do you guys have any specific questions that you guys would like me to answer? So some of the practical and spiritual ways to deal with the stress and coping with things. One, really focus on gratitude. And I wouldn't focus on big picture gratitude unless your big picture is very present to you. The fact that I'm alive, that's a big picture. But to me, that's very like real. Like I literally, every time I go to take my daughter to school, cars cut me off. We live on a road that literally there's at least one major car accident a week. We have deaths constantly on that road. So for just the mere fact that I can make it to my daughter's school and back and be alive, that's a blessing. So um that's one thing. The cold showers, that shocks your body. That's another really good way to also program your mind to like get focused into whatever it is that you want to get focused in right away to sharpen you up. Um, if you are finding yourself in bed, another thing you can do is the 5 4 3 2 1 rule, right? So you're like, okay, you make a decision at this time. I'm going to get up, and that's it. You don't have to worry about I'm going to get up, I'm going to get ready, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. Just get up. So you say, okay, ready, 5 4 3 2 1, and you just get up, right? Immediately. After you do that, then you go, okay, now I'm going to do this next step. If you can get out of bed, you can get yourself ready. You can get yourself ready one step at a time. You see where I'm going at with this? One thing at a time. Don't think of the whole way of everything you have to do that day. You just take it one step at a time. We have some comments here. Let me take a quick glance. Um, You love my shirt. I love half of the shirt as I mentioned. I love the fact that it says goddess. I do not like the bottom. I'm glad you guys can't read it. I'm gonna get it. I'll get a better shirt another time. Um, Santa Barbara says I'm struggling with some anxiety tonight. There is this big project is that is a disaster that is due tomorrow, and I'm wondering how I can cope with this on my shoulders right now and turn it successful. Okay. So right now you are going through something. It's a big project. It's due tomorrow. Nothing is going right, or everything is going right, but it's just a mess. How can you hold? How can you cope with this? Okay. Um. So I'm like tuning into your energy, and I did a quick little prayer, and this is what something you can do right now. Step away from the project. Step away from it all. Just step away. Okay. When you're stepped away, take a break to drink some water, go outside, get some fresh air, put your hands above your head so you can take full breaths. Okay. If it's snowing where you're at, do one or two times real quick and come in. If you can't go outside, stand by the window and look out the door. Okay. Get yourself out of the location you're in around your project. Like go to a different room of the house, go somewhere else. Once you have done this, once you have done your breathing, once you have separated yourself, I want you to look at the project. And then I want you to look at your life. And I want you to look at the role that project plays in the big scheme of your life. Is it really so important that it needs to put you in this state of being in the big scheme of things? The second thing you can look at is the way you're feeling and the way you're addressing it right now. Is that going to benefit you or help you progress with this project in any way? So step outside and look at it from a third person perspective, like you're just looking and observing it. Disassociate from that emotion for just a moment. Look at that emotion and say, okay, I understand why you feel that way. Talk to your emotion. I understand this is a valid emotion, but is it really serving me? Is it really going to help me? How is it going to impact what I'm doing? So we want to look at that. I hear trolls are back. Did I remove them? This is why we need moderators. I think I removed it. Good night, my love. If you need a friend, speak to the earth, speak to the trees, and acknowledge the birds around you. Give your attention to maybe the people you see that also are invincible to maybe in the community. There are a lot of comments. Okay, so we took care of that. You are the God of you, as within, so without. Them vices will gain no strength moving forward and will be mute before you lay them to rest tonight. Hi, and thank you for all your info. Aw, how can I help you? Speak my truth. Miriam says, I'm grateful for the roof over my head, my cozy, fluffy, and blanket, red blanket. I hear scary, demonic voices inside me, and I'm not okay. Oh, sometimes I need a friend. Well, you know how to get in touch with me, you know, and we're always here. Well, not always, but we're here every Monday and Saturday, and you can always show up and we can send you energy, positive energy and prayers. Have you tried something I just thought of right now? Have you tried lighting a white candle and having a cup of water next to it and kind of sending those energies, those spirits that continue to talk to you that are bothering you, and like giving them a place to go? Have you tried that? See if that works. Kay says you are the God of you within, so without. Okay, I read that. Leave, I think you need to have a just a really open, honest conversation with your son. If it's not, if you don't want him there. I haven't tried that, but I can. Yeah, I just thought of that right now. See if that works. See if you can, like, I know that when I've done spirit communications, I have a candle going and I have a cup of water going. And I was taught that the Santeria religion, where they use that to kind of give the spirits a place to go. And they say don't cross your body so that they're able to communicate. So in your case, cross your body because you don't want them to communicate. So see if you can try that. All right. So before we head out, because we are about to head out, let's go ahead and all send each other some love, positive energy, and then we'll call it a night. And if you guys love this, I can definitely do this on Wednesday nights. And we can have different conversations, answer your different questions. We can send each other healing energies, whatever you guys are in the mood for talking about, we can discuss. So let me know, please let me know in the comment section how this, if this is something you guys want. If this is something you guys want, I will definitely deliver. As you guys know, I love going live. I love being here with you guys. And if I can help you and we can do something more personal like this, please let me know because I would love to do this. So let's take a moment. Everyone, let's take a deep breath in and out. Ready? Together. Deep breath in and out. And I want you to visualize yourself receiving love from divinity, receiving strength and courage from the universe, from your deity, from your spiritual team. I want you to give yourself a big hug right now. And I want you to be the person receiving the hug. I want you to imagine yourself, you are the one receiving the hug. Thank you, universe. Thank you, deities. Thank you, spiritual team, for the love, support, and courage. Now I want you to put your hands out, palms out, facing your phone or your computer. And I want you to send love and positive energy to everyone else in this room. We gather together in love and peace to learn, to grow, to be here for each other, as above, so below, as within, so without, so more to be. All right, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight for the great conversation. I'm sorry about the trolls. And if you have been with me for a little while now and you want to be a part of the moderating of the chat, hey, let me know. You can get in touch with me on Instagram at Celestial Guidance by BB or on Facebook at BB Meeks. I'll put it here real quick so you have it. BB Meeks. And for Instagram is exactly the name of this channel. If you haven't done so already and you're loving this vibe, please do subscribe to the channel and become part of the family. I go live every Monday and Saturdays doing free psychic and donation based readings. We play games, we do raffles, we have a good time. And on Wednesdays, I talk about law of attraction and healing and coping with life situations. And every once in a while, I'll come and do these type of lives with you guys if this is what you are enjoying. So until next time, I'll be here providing you celestial guidance. Good night, guys.